Video Tristan. We're good. Welcome everyone here at GPS. Welcome everyone out there on YouTube. I'm Troy McDonald. I'm your Anime Detour chairman. Welcome to the first of our hybrid model meeting. Everyone here, keep in mind we are live streaming the meeting, so try to keep the noise down. Remember that this is also being recorded, so you'll be able to go out there and view this later. Keep that in mind for the folks out there on YouTube as well. Welcome to the second of the meetings for our convention cycle, heading towards Anime Detour 2022. I want to start, we did have a virtual meeting in June. I want to thank everybody again for those of us that weren't able to join us for that meeting. I want to thank everybody again for their patience during the long layoff for the conventions that we had to cancel in 2020 and 2021. Again, thank you for your patience and your work with us through the recent virtual offering that we had some months ago. So here we are. Trying to return back to some normalcy, heading towards our first physical convention in a while. So we'll be looking at Anime Detour 2022, trying to consider reusing some parts of the theme that we tried to use a few years ago, that being old school. So we'll be looking at old school 3.0, we can redo. Fingers crossed on that. It does take a nod a little bit towards Evangelion, so things get a little muddy and weird and confusing, so we'll try to work that out. So with that being said, 243 days from this point. We're a little earlier in March. Again, that's based on how far in advance that we have to work with our hotel partners and get those contracts signed and the dates they have available. So that's where we're at. We'll be March 18th, 19th, and 20th for 2022. And so let's see here. So we've talking about the theme. We do have, we'll be going through some of the divisions. We do have some of our department heads here. Thank you. And then we do have some that have sent in their updates. We'll be covering those. Let's see here. So Andy isn't able to join us today from the Honshu division. So for marketing, we'll be looking at ways to expand our marketing throughout this convention cycle, try to reach as many people as possible. We've already discussed the theme. Let's see, do we have any? I'm looking around, see if we have some other folks here. We do have Hope from Volunteers. Hello. Well, Hope doesn't have anything to say. So, well, we'll acknowledge Hope from Volunteers. And it looks like that's what we have here from the Honshu division. We can move on to the Hokkaido division. Heading that up is Mike Niketa, so I'll turn it over to him.
Hi, everybody. I'll get to you, Dave. I'm Michael Niketa. I'm the vice chair of the Hokkaido division. I'm overseeing Artist Alley, Convention Communications, Programming, Registration, Reservations, and Room Parties. Really quick, because we've been so long that Troy forgot about it. If you haven't done so already, please sign in so you can actually get your voting rights and that you've actually been here. I don't believe we have any new faces. Hopefully we'll have new faces in the following meetings, but please talk to us if you're new and you still need a department. Starting off here, the reservations position is still open and available for head of hotel reservations. It's the department who actually coordinates the various rooms for the attendees and staff and everybody who stays in at the hotel, not the actual hotel facility spaces itself. They're in a different division. If you are interested in being head of hotel reservations, you have any questions about it, just the slightest queries, please come talk to me. I've been doing this since I've been a vice chair and since a few years before then, and I really want to kind of stop. I'm already actually doing work for it right now, talk to the hotel, so it's not much work for this year. Please come, apply, for the love of God. Artist Alley, hotel couldn't be here. She did send in some notes. The only pertinent note at the moment is they are looking to open the Artist Alley panel form. It's either going to be late August or early September. We are actually still working on figuring that out with her, so unfortunately we can't give an exact date at this moment. We will put out the notice when we can. Otherwise, on the department heads who are here, Dave, you right front, side, and center.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dave Vetchvik, head of programming. How you doing? We have started our process because we have to do it in the beginning. As you know, this is going to be a unique situation, but so far we're planning to have a full slate of panels. We're planning to have, budget allowing, the burlesque show on Friday, and I'm told that I have to get this closer to my mouth. I always thought I was loud, but apparently I wasn't. So sorry about that. As we're going to try to do the burlesque show on Friday, we're going to try to bring back Fade, if that's possible and he's comfortable. We're going to be trying to, of course, have the swap meet. We're going to have a maid cafe. We're already in negotiations for that. So we're going along like this is normal. We're going to have all fun together. And my department's ready and willing to go. But again, you probably know what's going to ask next. Panels. As our chairman said, I got it. As our chairman said, we're still doing back to old school. So I want to encourage everyone to do a panel. It's very fun, and it's very entertaining, and it's not as difficult as you think it is. And we have a lot of knowledge here, a lot of experience, a lot of people who know what they're talking about. And part of our mission, thank you, is the spreading of Japanese audio and visual culture. So if you can take the knowledge that you have in your mind and your heart, and you want to do a panel, panels will open September 1st. We're also going to have moderated panels again this year. So if you don't know what topic you want, but you want to be part of a panel to share your knowledge and your joy and your passion with anime, please feel free to sign up when that goes live. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us an email. Thank you.
Okay, just going down the line of who I can see. John, you have anything?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm John Hermansdorfer, CONCOM, or Convention Communications, fully spelled out, I guess, head. Right now we're in the pre-planning phase, but for the department staff members, please check your emails this evening or tomorrow morning. You will be getting an email from me. If you do not get one from me, please send me an email. You can find our email link on the website.
All right. Clarissa, do we have anything from registration, or do we still need to coordinate that after here? All right. Registration is hopefully opening soon. We'll have more details as soon as we iron them out here. Holly, do you have anything for room parties?
We're still in the pre-planning phase.
And room parties is still in the pre-planning phase. And Dave apparently has something else here.
Yeah. Sorry. I apologize. We were going to have something in 2020 when it was canceled called a kids' room, because we have a lot of people who are our age or younger, I wish I was there younger, who now have kids. And we were going to have a children's room, a place where it's not a babysitting room, but it's someplace activities where younger children, you can come and say, hey, going to Anime Detour is great. Now, if you like working with kids, we're going to be accepting, and you have some time where you need to do some extra stuff that you don't have to do, and you want to do something with kids, please contact us. We have a coordinator possible, but we really want to push this. So if you like working with kids, unlike me, please feel free to let us know, and we'll schedule you for some hours in the kids' room, children's room. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry.
And please sign up for that, otherwise we're putting Dave in clown paint and sending him down there. And I said, we're putting you in clown paint and sending you down there if we don't have anybody who signs up. You heard him, he's committing to it, folks. And so Alex's Kyushu division.
All right. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm the head of the Kyushu. Did I say that right? Kyushu division. I've been calling it Kaiju, so that's obviously not right. So I have just one thing from. He retracted the message. I was going to say I have one thing from Drew. He's attending virtually on the YouTube, but he retracted his message. He is our new head of IT. I should also mention that IT is not, now under my division, and facilities is now under Andy's division. That has been a change we made in the last month, I'd say. So if you have any issues getting in contact with facilities, please go through Andy. And if you have issues getting in contact with IT, please go through me. Matt?
Drew retracted something, posted something, having moderated approved, so it's up now.
Okay, yep, I just saw the new message. Okay, from Drew, contact forms are available for all departments on the website by going to About Us, then Read More, then Contact Us. And let's see, cosplay, Kat, do you have anything? Nope, I figured. And then going down the line, exhibit hall. So after 8 years of amazing work, Emily is stepping down as the head of exhibit hall. She has been an amazing ambassador for Anime Detour and the community as a whole. The executive team cannot overstate the tremendous work she has done in building our exhibit hall. Emily will be staying on until we fill the position and for a transition period to help the new department head learn from her years of experience. We wanted to thank her for all of her work these past years and the dedicated service she has done. So it does sadden us to have to say this, but we look forward to her future and whatever she decides to do with Anime Detour. So that position will be opening up in the near future. We've been working on a description for the department head position, so if you are interested, feel free to come and talk to me or send me email. And also keep your eyes out on social media for that position to get posted. For guest relations, I know Christina is working on rewording our contracts, and she is looking into contacting the guests we had scheduled for 2020. Since we are keeping a theme, nothing is for sure yet, but that is what she is currently working on. Let's see, facilities. Logistics, that the department head position for logistics is open, and that just got posted today. So if that will be open until August 8th. So if you're interested, please apply. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or the chairman group. We are looking forward to working with the new department head, whoever that may be. And then tech. That doesn't help me. It's been 18 months. Huh? Equipment requests needs to be given to Tristan by the end of the year, otherwise he will say no. So if your department is in need of anything, make sure you get those requests in. And I'm sure there will be OSHA training again. But we'll figure that out. So, I think that's all I got. And we'll go on to Jason. Question for registration in the chat. Do we contact them to see if our 2019 badges are rolled over to 2021? Yeah, so, okay, so the last day to request refunds is July 31st. If you have not requested a refund, your badge will automatically roll over to 2022. If you are unsure, you can contact Clarissa at AD_registration@animedetour.com, or you can also contact me, alex.oswald@animedetour.com. I've been helping out with the refunds and rollovers for the past year and a half. So there we go.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jason Horning. I'm head of the Shikaku. Yeah, that is spelled wrong, isn't it? Shikoku. Okay. The only update I have for people not here is from Tabletop. They are going to be in contact with Gnome Games and Pathfinder again, and seeing if they will come out to our show in 2022. I do have one department head here. Michelle, do you have any updates? Okay. Okay. Other than that, I think I give it back to Troy.
Thank you. Not sure if we have any new folks here with us today. If you do, after we break here from announcements, feel free to come see any one of us up here at the table if you have any questions or if you are interested in staffing. I think I did have some information here about Themes. I know Themes is working on our art for 2022 to coincide with updating our Facebook and website art to help coincide with the opening of registration. Let's see. One other thing here is annually, coordinators submit their goals to the ATC board. And one thing I started doing last year is opening that up to the Anime Detour staff as well. Sent an email out to the Anime Detour staff group. I'll also make a post to the ATC staff Facebook. You can, if you have any ideas on some goals, some things that you'd like to see Anime Detour itself work towards this cycle, you can submit those to the AD_chairman email. If you have some additional thoughts on how you'd like to see that stuff be implemented, you can include that in there. And the executive team, excuse me, will take a look at those and see how many of those we think, depending on the feasibility timeline, budgetary constraints, things like that, things that we might be able to try and work on throughout this con cycle. So I'd like to open that up for that sort of feedback and input for all the staff. So like I said, there should have been an email. If your email is not on that Detour staff email, please check with our admin department and get that adjusted. Otherwise, like I said, I will add that today to a post to the ATC staff Facebook group. Let's see. And I think one other thing that we're going to start doing is kind of on the back of something that we did at the virtual con that we did that went over fairly well through that. So we'll try it a few more times throughout this convention cycle is, as we weren't able to do it because of the lack of a physical con, usually Sunday at the convention, we've had a chairman's panel at Detour. It's usually attended by Mike and a few other people, but Mike is usually there, a bit of a professional heckler. But it's usually designed to get some immediate feedback from folks who've attended the convention. It can be tough to get that feedback because it also hovers right around checkout time, so doesn't get as much attendance as we would like. We did hold it at the virtual con Friday night, and we did have some significant numbers. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that there was also a WWE event on Twitch, and Detour had more people in attendance, I'm just saying. So, for the second time in my life, thumbing my nose at Vince McMahon, so they're just that. So, although they are at their lowest ratings point in history, but that doesn't matter, just saying. Vince wants a steel cage match, I've trimmed down a bit. So, one thing we're looking at doing is to kind of hopefully continue that continued engagement with our community throughout the convention cycle, hold some more of those online events a couple of times throughout the cycle, and I think we're going to look at one for August, sort of a chat with the chairman or something like that, maybe on a Friday or Saturday evening again, invite people to come in and join the chat, talk about the convention, at least that will be an initial part of it, see what sort of questions they may have about how our planning is going, what we're planning, questions about the planning, ideas or thoughts. Obviously, things will take on a different flavor depending where we're at in our planning cycle. Get a lot more feedback post-convention, a lot more questions about the planning pre-convention. Might use it to some other advantages throughout, maybe some introduction of vice chairs, department heads sprinkled throughout, help them get to know who's planning the convention. We could use it for some additional information about volunteering. Don't worry, Hope, I can do the jabbering part of that. You could, well, right, but I mean, and then how to join staff. So it can be used as an additional tool for us to get that information out there in more ways than just through only through text and social media and things like that, but also get that feedback in different points throughout the convention cycle as well. So we'll give it a shot in August and see what kind of, not about how much engagement we get, but what kinds of engagement and what kind of feedback we get from that. So I will get up in front of that and hopefully it's only rotten fruit and not rocks, but like I said, I have stood before Niketa for a number of years, so tough critic. That's about most of what we had for planned for today. Like I said, most of it was to try and get back into the group model of things and see how it's the first time we've done the hybrid thing to try and also sort of work out the tech bits. So again, thank you to our tech group for figuring out how that was going to work in the department head and then switching rooms. They did a heck of a job prior to COVID, throughout COVID, keeping us all connected, board meeting wise, department head meeting wise, staff meeting wise, and admin wise. I think we normally do this a bit at the beginning, but we're saving the best for last, so we're also I'm a little bit out of practice. Partner announcements. Yes, we're a little out of practice, so partner announcements. We'll start with Anime Twin Cities, and we can roll into GPS. If, Dave, you're able to speak to both of those, we'll...
I have a bit of a schedule like that, yes. Hello. First, Anime Twin Cities. I'd like to introduce myself as of May. I am the new president of Anime Twin Cities, taking over for the capable hands of Tristan. Oh, he's there. I thought he left. Anyway, who's still on the board? So, but let's have a big hand for Tristan and his tenure. Okay, never mind. I also like to note the other board members, Turavo, John Itzen, Allie Castle, right there. You can applaud her too. And, oh no, I've just had Ashley rang, sorry. My brain just left, it just flew, and I'm forgetting someone. And Tristan, who's now just a regular board member. What? And Kim, well, Kim's always been there. She's like Mount Rushmore. She's always in the distance with the checks. Do you have a check for me? Okay. Anyway, so why I'm bringing this up and really screwing up the pooch, even though I asked to do this, is part of our new way of doing things is anything about Anime Detour, you go to him, you go to them, just like usual. But Anime Twin Cities, the board wants to hear your opinions as well. So if you see us, the people I mentioned or failed to mention, sorry, Kim, please feel free to contact us. My email address is davidvetrovec@animedetour.com. It's open 24 hours. It's the internet. It's really cool. So if you have questions, if you want to see opportunities, we need a secretary to take minutes because I'm doing it, among other things, and I don't want to. But honestly, it helps the organization. We need a social media director. We need someone to take over for Heather, who did a fantastic job at head of SOS. But she's gone on to new opportunities in her life, and we need someone to take over that legacy program. We also need someone for community to handle all the other things where ATC reaches out to the community. So if you have stuff that you want to do, if you have extra time, if you want to take an opportunity to help this organization, both Detour and Anime Twin Cities, you have that opportunity. Please let us know. But that's about it. Now, let's go talk to GPS. Hi, everyone. I'm Dave Vetrovec. I'm treasurer of GPS. And since the person who was supposed to give the announcements for GPS, now that, I'm ATC, she had to go to work. So I'm here too. And basically what I'm going to say is we are now open for room rentals. We follow all state regulations on the COVID epidemic. So we have things where we sanitize everything and, the rule regulations that are in place. But we are now taking reservations for your parties, for your meetings, outside of Detour, because Detour and ATC gets it for free. Woo. Well, not free. Anyway, I'm distracting. Anyway, I'm just letting you know that we're now open. We did cancel the picnic this year, unfortunately, due to regulations, and we did cancel other things that we're doing in the summer, but we're going to get back to that, starting with our holiday emporium in December. I don't know if we're going to do the Thanksgiving thing yet. It depends on the situation. Other than that, that's what I have. Thank you very much for your indulgence, and thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, so I think just in closing, a few things to look towards. We had talked about it a little bit at the virtual meeting last month. We talked about it in the department head meeting. Some of the focuses we're looking at for this cycle, simultaneous to looking forward to putting on the physical convention, is continuing to look at ways to recruit new staff, doing some marketing and some leadership development, looking for staff that are interested in some of the leadership positions, looking to help them develop into that, so looking to identify that interest. And then with some of this, some of the new ways that we're doing the meetings, and with the accessibility of people being able to attend these online, is to kind of broaden that communication and making sure that going forward, the bulk of, if not most or all of our departments are able to give some kind of brief update, and hopefully up here at the podium helping to not only project that sound and visual onto tape so that when people watch that back they can get sort of the full idea of the update, but also for the live stream. So not that this was a dry run, but first time being back, just sort of establishing sort of what we're looking for next month so that we can continue to improve this for the people that don't live in the area or might not be able to make it, maybe are watching from work or home, etc. So sort of what we're looking to establish. And so then, unless there's any other questions, if there are, feel free to raise a hand or shoot something out in chat. Otherwise, just a repeated thank you to, again, all the staff for their was there something in chat?
Yeah, just something I wanted to add.
Okay, well then I will let Alex do her bit and then I'll wrap up if there's nothing else in chat or hands.
Just something that Drew pointed out in our YouTube chat, because it's still brand new and we keep forgetting about it. You can contact us, registration, the Anime Detour chair or executive team, the ATC board, through the contact us page at animedetour.com, instead of trying to remember all the different email addresses. So that is brand new up on our website, so feel free to use that if you forget who you want to talk to. Thank you.
So keep that in mind. Along the lines of what Dave said, despite the lack of doors, everything is an open door here. If you need to get a hold of any of the vice chairs, the chairman, anything like that, if you have ideas, thoughts, questions, anything like that, do not hesitate to contact us. The leadership team is not only the executive team. We are working to collaborate and build that team with all of the department heads, and like I said, also to identify folks that are interested in leadership positions to, if you will, send the elevator, not Eric, to send the elevator team, the elevator back down, bring more people up, help to widen that out as people change out, or as we are looking to, did you have a question, Eric, or? Okay. Oh, okay, well then Eric wants to, so yeah, we are looking to continue to identify that, so when those positions come up, or before they come up, to work with you, learn about those positions, see what those position descriptions look like. We are continuing to establish position descriptions for each department head position, so that before folks apply, we can help you have an understanding of what the position might look like, that sort of thing. So if you have any questions, feel free to use those contact forms, send those emails, use Slack. If you're not signed up for any of those, if you don't have an email, that sort of thing, check with your department head. If they would like you to be on that email or get a department email, or a Detour email, I mean, they can get you with the admin department. But again, thank you to everybody for your patience this year and the previous year. Thanks to everybody who made it out. Thanks to everybody for joining us virtually. Again, thank you to all of the department heads that remained in constant contact this 18 months, as it was hard to do a lot of this stuff virtually, but we did. Thank you to the executive team, the board, and the tech team for helping us do all this. So thank you to everybody. We'll remain around for a little while if you have any need from the department heads that are here, or the executive, or especially Dave is your new board president, so the queue forms here. Thank you.